Let's talk 422797 called I Wanna Melt Hikami-san. What the fuck? It's from the artist Sukaka. With barely any tags, it's a pretty wholesome read. So let's jump right into it. The doujin starts out with someone confessing on a rooftop, then silence, while this guy says that she caught his eye because they were in the same class and he's been interested in her the whole time. Which then takes a close-up of the main girl thinking to herself that there's no way that Hino is doing this, and it must be a dream. Hino, the main guy, asks Hikami if there's anyone she likes right now, which gets her flustered and she starts steaming before running away. Hino grabs her hand though, and is a bit surprised. She turns back and says she can't before passing out. We get backstory about why she was literally steaming earlier. When she was younger, she was infected with a newly discovered virus with some weird symptoms left over. People said that the body temperature of people she touched will increase by 1 to 2 degrees. She was told to live a normal life and it wouldn't cause problems. But when she starts school, the teacher said to grab their neighbor's hand, which she does, and they both start to heat up and pass out. She loses control of her powers whenever she touches another person. And not only would she get a fever, but the temperature of the other person she touches would increase. She now just avoids people, which led to people gossiping about her. And days go by with her thinking about if she's gonna live alone forever, until Hino appears in the story, which makes her turn back with this amazing close-up. Hino is now sitting behind her in class, and would greet her every day even though she would never reply. She was finally happy. She tried to tell herself to greet him back, and kept thinking that until eventually she started to... I don't know either, this is a cliffhanger. It cuts to the nurse's office, and Hikami is laying in bed with a hand on her face. It's, of course, Hino's hand sitting right beside her, and she starts to freak out. He says that she shouldn't let go yet, and she falls back over again. But this time Hino catches her, and she thinks he catches her somewhere else, if you know what I'm saying. He's explaining that, but she realizes something feels cold. Hino can cool people down a little when he touches them, because he caught the exact opposite virus of Hikami. When Hikami passed out, her body temperature was really high, so he tried to cool her down a little, and she grabbed his hand, which she's now apologizing for, and feels her heart beating really loudly, with her saying that she's the opposite of him. She tells him about her condition, and slowly starts to realize she's having a normal conversation with Hino. We find out that Hino got too cold and has to stay home some days to sleep, so he trained himself. The two sit down in the nurse's bed with some repeat dialogue, and Hikami says that she's able to talk so much thanks to him, but maybe that's not such a good thing. Until Hino goes back to the conversation on the roof, which causes her to panic a bit, until she just says that she has never pleased herself. He's as caught off guard as I am by this, which he goes more in depth about how she's never kissed or done the deed. But if it was him, she might be able to do that all. There's a moment of silence before she asks if that's what he means by dating, because it's what she's read in manga, but she backtracks, which he just asks if she wants to try. And well, they try it, but the school nurse opens the curtain asking if Hikami's alright, which she somehow covers up Hino in time, who's having a fucking feast. The nurse leaves and they continue. They finish up and Hino starts apologizing, and in a quite literal sense, she made him hot, but if the two are together, it might be okay, ending the doujin with Hino having a breakdown. Overall, I rate this a 9 out of 10. The story was really good and the art style was amazing. I recommend you check it out for yourself as always. That's all I got. I'll see you in the next one.
Attack on Titan, Tokyo Ghoul, these hentai babes make me drool. MachinaMaker is great. She makes me masturbate. Fairy tale.